It All Out. Shout from Tears for Fears on 93 XRT. Our traditional pregame therapy session here as we broadcast live from Yak-Zie's. I'm Lynn Bramer on 93 XRT at the XRT Miller Lite opening day broadcast. How about it, folks? Are you ready to hear an entry from the diary of the regular guy?
Hello once again, Cubs fans. So, this is the time, many of these years here, I read from my diary about, the heartbreak that comes with being a fan of the National League Ball Club for so many years. But the other day, I was over at my ma's house. I'm looking around in a basement. I find this box. In the box is my great-grandfather's Dusty diary. It ain't a diary about Dusty Baker, though. Because if my great-grandfather had not been dead, Dusty would have killed him. But this is a diary that goes back to the early 20th century, and today I will read some of these entries from him. April 15th, 1908. Yesterday, the Cubs opened on the road in Cincinnati. I wish somebody would invent some kind of little box so that I could hear things that are going on in other places. But anyway, I open up the newspaper this morning, and what do I see? The Cubs win 6-5 on a pinch hit single by the kid, Heine Zimmerman. This could be the year. Opening day, April 14th, 1909. It's a beautiful day at the West Side grounds. It's cloudy, it's rainy, and it's 40 degrees. After the Cubbies' World Series victory last year, with this team, I know that we will have a dominating dynasty with many more World Series victories in the years to come. And what a good start to this campaign. The Cubs win 3-1 with the big hit, a 2-run triple by Heine Zimmerman. Go Heine. So anyway, I'm looking at Heine Zimmerman. He's everywhere in his diaries, right? Who is Heine Zimmerman? Well, I'll tell you who Heine Zimmerman was. He became the Cubs' best player all through the 19 teens. He played second, he played third, he played short. He was one of their best players. 1911, Heine Zimmerman drives in 9 runs in a game. 1912, Heine Zimmerman swats a pitch over his head for a game-winning homer while being intentionally walked. Who do you think hits a 9th-inning game-tying double in the first game played in Weegham Park, soon to be Wrigley Field? Heine Zimmerman. Heine was a hero, but he was also very excitable, evidently. He was kind of a cross of Lou Piniella, Carlos Zambrano, Milton Bradley, and Billy Martin. June of 1913. Heine Zimmerman is ejected by umps in 3 out of 5 games. A fan gives him a $100 bill saying, Heine, you'll get the other half if you can go 2 weeks without getting kicked out of a game. On the last day, he gets tossed out at the plate. He jumps up to argue, remembers the C note, and calmly walks back to the dugout. 2 days later, he gets the dough presented by an umpire. But Heine Zimmerman is not only an irritant to umpires, he's a pain in the neck to his teammates too. In 1914, Heine makes a 2-run throw in air. Catcher Roger Bresnahan tells him he sucks, or the equivalent disparaging comment from the day. What happens is they fight on the field up and down the third base line. The next year, after another throw in air, he exchanges blows with a teammate on the bench. The great Hippo Vaughn tries to break it up. Who do you think splits Hippo's lip? Heine Zimmerman. So even though Heine leads the Cubs in batting average, slugging percentage, home runs, and RBIs for the entire decade of the 19 teens, the Cubs had enough of his explosive ways. They traded Heine Zimmerman to the New York Giants in 1917, whereupon he helped lead the Giants to the World Series, but then was involved in a boneheaded play in the field that blew the whole World Series. Then Heine Zimmerman gets mixed up in a game-fixing scandal, and Judge Landis bans him from baseball for life. But Heine Zimmerman finds success after baseball. He becomes one of gangster Dutch Schultz's boys. This is the God's honest truth. He runs a speakeasy all through the 20s and is eventually indicted along with Dutch Schultz for income tax evasion in 1935. This is what I call a career. So, on this opening day, lift one up and toast one of the most colorful guys in forever, and now one of my favorite Cubs of all time, Heine Zimmerman. This has been my great-grandfather's diary on opening day on 93XRT, Chicago's finest rock.